Welcome back to episode 2. I can't believe we're here. I've been trying to plan this episode and trying to figure out who I wanted to have as a guest this week, and I figured having another boss ass bitch on here would be perfect. I really can't remember when I met her, but she was a client of mine. We did do a shoot, so that's kind of where we started off, and then she just kind of became an overnight sensation from then on, and I am really excited for you guys to get to know her and kind of learn how she became, who she is and how she's kind of started up her journey of her business and everything. So I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me name, age, what you do, all that jazz.
Hi, I'm Amaya. I'm 21. I own a creative agency called Obtaining Social. Thank you for having me on today. It was such a pleasure. I was so excited when you reached out. Like you said, we met through me reaching out to you. I saw your work and was just so incredibly amazed. I wanted some couples pictures and knew that I had to book you. So
crazy.
I know. I was so
excited.
excited.
When was that?
I believe it was 2018.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We were babies.
I know. It was a very early on.
Yeah. I think I started my photography business in, I would say 2016. So you were there. You were there from the beginning.
Right from the beginning. I saw it and I was like, I'm going to figure out a way
Did you graduate yet? From at that point?
Oh, you know what? Then it may have been 2019 because it was right when I was about to graduate.
Yeah. Okay. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Where did the time go? We're
right?
old.
I know. I look at those pictures and I'm like, wasn't that just yesterday? It really felt.
It's so crazy because in those pictures, she looks so different.
Oh my God. I know.
Like baby face.
For sure.
And your hair was extremely wavy and curlier.
Yes.
And what else?
Everything's changed.
Yeah. No,
so
seriously.
much.
I don't know if those are in the archives. They probably are in the archives.
Probably.
But
Hey, I got them on the Google Photos, so
Pull
them up. Show the examples. We love to see it.
No, seriously. I look back at all the photos that I have of myself in high school, and there's this thing about Asians not really I say Asians don't raisin because we look the same, but I look back at my high school photos because today, 4 years ago today, I graduated high school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got it. I saw the memories on Snap, and I was like, oh my God.
Isn't that so weird? 4 years ago today doesn't seem like how long 4 years ago in high school felt. I look back and I'm like, how am I already 3 years out?
Literally.
That is weird.
Yeah, and we have our lives, well, mostly figured out.
Kind of figured out. We're still going to figure it out. But
yeah. No, I don't know. It's just, I'm kind of scared to see the next 4 years. I'm
right.
Am I just gonna do the same thing, or am I gonna be a hobo? What's gonna happen?
We'll never know.
What's gonna happen to me?
No, you're gonna literally thrive. I love seeing how much you've progressed in your photography, and it definitely inspired me when I created my business. Oh yeah, definitely. You were number one inspo. So
Stop.
100%. 100%.
I love hearing that. That makes me so happy. So you started OS when? What year was it?
Yeah, I actually started it right as the pandemic hit, so March 2020.
Shut up.
Yeah. At first it started more as I had I had a social media marketing certificate from actually Chandler Gilbert Community College. So
oh dang.
Yeah, I went into that school and everyone's oh, get all your credits for your business degree or whatever. And I was like, I want to get the certificate first and then the business degree. So
that's smart.
Yeah, a lot of people were advising against that, but I just felt that would interest me more.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting that social media marketing certificate, and I had to get an internship, got an internship at a marketing agency, and then, the whole COVID thing hit. And I got laid off because I was just like an assistant. They were like,
they didn't value you.
Oh, no way.
At all.
No way. And that's when I really realized that. Yeah. In corporate, they don't care about you. You are so replaceable. And so
I hate that.
Right. It was just like, I realized that, and I realized, what if I actually had a family, or what if I actually, needed to support? Thankfully, my parents...
And they just dumped you like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And thankfully, my parents were able to take me. Obviously, I still lived at home, so I just got to go home, and I didn't have too much to worry about. But I did take that into consideration of if I was 40 and I had a family, like they would just leave me on the street. I know.
We'd be on the streets.
Like, what would I be doing at that point? Yeah. Like on the streets.
Yeah.
So 2 days, my dad was like, we are strict lockdown, no one in, no one out.
So that was in like March.
Yeah, right in March. And so second day, I got so bored and was like, I'm going to try to see what I can do with this social media marketing certificate. And that's when I created Obtaining Social. I actually had it as like a journal. And I was kind of just posting like my journey of being an assistant and all of that. And then I started asking people if they wanted me to make graphics for them, which I'm actually pretty sure you asked me. I made a graphic for you.
I feel
like a little wallpaper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Holy cow.
You were like one of the 5 people I made one for.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Sorry, my brain just
No, I just totally remembered that as well. I was like, wait, you were there. So you definitely helped me get my name out there. I was doing that just to get recognition of like.
It's hard.
Yes.
When you first start off, like for me, for example, I'm starting TrishvTalks and I'm starting a new Instagram and all this stuff. And I'm not worried that it's not going to like do well or anything. It's more of like the attitude people have towards new pages.
Oh, yeah.
Like they don't really feel inclined to follow along or be engaged with the new accounts because the number.
Yeah, they don't really take it as serious as you would want it to be.
So I completely understand. Obviously, Trish V Photo started from 0 as well.
Right.
And so like, I don't know. It's really hard, like how social media works nowadays. Like they're just so critical and nitpicky about who they want to engage with.
For sure.
So yeah, I definitely level with that. It's not easy. And so I'm very impressed with like how, to me, from my perspective, I feel like you became like big, like Obtaining Social just became big overnight.
Yeah. And it really kind of felt that way for me as well. I mean, within a year, we got to like 14,000 on Instagram, and my personal TikTok is what I was pushing.
Yeah.
So I was creating videos like saying how to become a social media manager, how to do this, and just giving tips and tricks in the industry, and people ate that up.
Which blows my mind because one day your videos started popping up on my For You page, and I'm like, I know that girl.
Yeah.
I know her.
Right.
And everyone was just so invested in that industry, and I had no idea that people were so like curious about like how to make it, quote unquote,
Right. Yeah, I think with the shift into COVID, everyone was at home and, we are all on our phones. And I think it was a really valuable time for people to understand that you can make money on your own and you can figure out a way. Like our generation specifically, we grew up with a little bit of not social media, but then basically when we were old enough for our brains
like the first generation to be like fully like we were just submerged
100%
into it.
100%. And it's one of the like there's probably other niches and things out there, but like my dad is not Instagram, TikTok, like he does not know anything about it.
We taught them.
We did. And so it's crazy that we are able to jump into something and be like, hey, we actually are the expert, even though I'm 20. Like we are the social media expert. There's not really other people like 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Are 20 and below is we've got it going on. We know
even
social.
The 30-year-olds nowadays, they're kind of getting lost in the in the mix-up.
Especially like the lingo, like everybody, what they're using. Like,
I'm getting there.
I know.
I'm getting lost.
My little sister's like 10 years younger than me and she's saying things that I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, I'm scared.
I'm terrified. I'm like, how do I not know this already?
Like, yeah.
I thought I was young and hip.
Chills.
Right?
I don't want to be there.
I know, but
I want to stay cool.
Right? I'm like, you're kind of freaking me out a little. But yeah, we're the only people that really know what's going on. And it's hard to be able to show up and not, everyone talks about imposter syndrome and all of that stuff, but it's hard to be able to be like, hey, no, I actually do know what's going on. Like, I grew up with this and I am the most knowledgeable at this topic.
Yeah.
Trust me. And it's hard to try to teach people that, but I think our generation we've been thrown through this hoop of COVID, and it was easier for us to navigate and be like, okay, I can figure out how to make a profit from social media.
Yeah. So with Obtaining Social, you connect with other businesses and help them grow their pages, right?
Yeah. It started off as a social media management. So like just like scheduling posts and things like that.
Yeah.
And over time, I kind of started to find my own like creative, I'm a real creative person. So I knew that the content is really what mattered the most.
Yeah.
And so I realized I needed to kind of shift from, it doesn't really matter if you're posting 5 times a day. It matters if you're posting once a week and what that once a week post is, rather than posting 5 horrible posts. Like that's not going to get you anywhere.
You're just BSing your way through, and it's not really getting you anywhere.
No. Yeah.
Like, I completely know what like you're trying to say. Like when I was trying really hard to stay consistent with posting on TrishvPhoto, because I figured that if I had tossed out 5 mediocre, like not photos, I would say, but it would be like just like filler almost. It's not like the posts that I would particularly be so impressed with.
Right.
I just wanted to keep on posting.
Yeah.
And I slowly learned that the quality matters more than the quantity.
100%.
And so from that moment when I learned that, like when it clicked, that's when I started like pulling back. And I'm starting to see more and more engagement from my page, from my followers coming in, because I'm posting things that I am, 1, extremely proud of, and 2, I'm like educating people, or I am like showing off my clients in their best way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus before, I would just take a regular, I don't know, senior session that was kind of like a duplicate of the last post, and I would just post it because it filled my page up.
Right. People were pushing consistency and being like, be consistent, which you definitely do need to be consistent in a way. But being the content is really at the end of the day what matters. And so that is why Obtaining Social turned into more of a creative agency of doing photo and video content.
Yeah.
And so setting all that up, creating these amazing campaigns for businesses all around the United States has been not only really fulfilling, but it's really showing like the content is what matters at the end of the day. Like creating these big shoots is so much more important than, like I said, scheduling a post. I think that that's kind of more, it is necessary, but if you have really good content, that's when it would be necessary. But I think getting that content is like the number one step that you need to do.
Yeah. So how many times do you like plan out shoots and all that stuff?
Yeah, right now we have about like 3 to 4 shoots a week, which is a lot, honestly, for us. Like just consistent planning. I'm the only photographer and videographer right now. Actually, I do have an assistant that I brought on, and she's taking over some of the video things. But when it comes to photography, I'm still like headlining that. Yeah. So editing all of that in between all these shoots, and shoots are from 2 to 4 hours long.
Is what takes all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like you think like you're done when you're shooting, but really you have to go in, check like thousands of photos that you're grabbing, and pick out the ones that are not too like similar.
Right.
And you just have to milk out all of these things that you get until the next shoot.
I know. And I know that you and all other photographers can really relate to that. That is the worst part. Just going through all the photos that you've already taken. I have a wedding
that I'm trying to edit, and I this is my thing, and I hope one of my the client that I'm like thinking about is listening to this. But I would have delivered that gallery already. Never mind. No, you're fine if you're not listening. It's all good. But basically, I've had this wedding gallery that it's like for a friend that I shot for, and I really don't want to BS it. Like I want to be very intentional with how I'm editing her photos, and I want to make sure that everything is perfect. So her delivery time's a little delayed, but, you know, I feel like with being intentional with what you're posting / like giving out, it takes a lot out of you, and you have to be very like patient with yourself, because being a creative person, it doesn't just, you know, start. You can't just be like, all right, I'm working and it's going to happen.
Right.
For us, it's like we need to do, you know, our research. We need to have time for ourselves in order to, you know, reset our minds.
And get creative again.
Yeah. Like when I was going through my 10-month busy season, I was shooting 6 to 7 days a week, and I wanted to go bonkers.
I couldn't imagine.
And I had this time period where it wasn't burnout. It was just like, I just didn't know what I was doing anymore. I was like, I feel like I'm like living in a simulation where I'm doing the same thing.
Like a robot.
At ASU, I would drive to ASU every single day of the week and shoot the same like 15 poses with the same seniors and from the same sorority too. It's so funny because like once I shot for Kaio's their bid day, it was like all of my clients became Kaio girls, and so it felt really repetitive. And so towards the end of spring semester, I finally was just like, I need a break.
Oh yeah.
So I took like the weekend where I just like did not touch anything work related, and it felt so good. And when I came back, I was like, all right, we're fine.
Right.
We're good. We're good again. So I feel like it's when you're working that much and you're shooting so often, you kind of go in that little creative rut.
Yeah, no, for sure. And especially with all the types of different shoots that we do, it is a little easier because, you know, sometimes one will be a product where another one will be a service. So those are like very vastly different. And so we can like get creative in the types of shoot. Like one is cottagecore, and then next week it can be grunge, or, you know, just having that creativeness. But at the same time, it could be hard. It is hard jumping from one to the other as well, because you're like, okay, you know the poses for this one. Okay, now it's a completely different shoot, and then the models are completely different. So it's like just completely different people. Some people, who I shoot with is I don't like shooting with, you know, like signed models. My goal is not
being more organic and like genuine.
Yeah. And not only that, I see it as like a very collective process where we can all collaborate together. And because our models, they basically just get the photos and all the videos. They get to do whatever they want with them. And my goal is that they do build a portfolio so that they can become a signed model. And that is why I wouldn't necessarily want to pay a model that already is there, because we want more of this organic, like it looks more, I'd say, real and unedited, because a lot of the people that you do shoot with models are size this, they have this color hair, they look like this type of way.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we don't want any of that. We want to be like extremely inclusive to every single person, and that's just like something I really, really want to keep going with.
Spicy too.
For sure.
Like,
you just see all these new faces.
Yeah, no, I feel like, I don't know, whenever I do like styled shoots or whatever, I find it so fun when like you get to lift up someone's like just like self-love.
Yeah.
You're teaching them how to find their angles, and you're teaching them how to move nicely and like very smoothly and like during shoots, because there's a lot of girls out there that are just so beautiful and they could just be like, I don't want to say their own brand, but like they easily could if they wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't know how to move themselves and like utilize what they have.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's a great learning opportunity.
It really is.
There barely is any of these opportunities. Like, I don't know where, like personally, I would love to find somebody who would want to do exactly what I'm doing, and I'd be their model too, because I really don't see that many opportunities where people can just come out of not necessarily nowhere, but come out of nowhere and be able to just go model and build a portfolio. Like,
I know, and you can see their growth.
Right. Yeah. And not only that, but you're not paying for anything too. And you're able to just like go and be a part of something, network while you're there. Like, I really do wish that whoever's listening to this will also hopefully make what I do, because it's
Let's
like,
do it.
I want to join in on it. Like, I'll be in front of the camera as well. Like, hi, like,
hey.
like, can I model too? But it's a really great, it's so much fun. That it's something that I created. I'm in love with it. It's just been been such a fun process and journey. And even some of our first models are like now Phoenix Fashion Runway models. And it's like amazing. I get to like cheer them on and be like, wow, like you really did that. Yes.
I love that. So are you still the main founder?
Yeah, so a little bit of that info. I did start it on my own in 2020. I took my first round of internships or interns out of the blue. I was like, I don't know. People were just asking me like, will you intern or will you do a mentorship or something? And I was like, you know what, like, I think it could be beneficial to do a type of like internship where you learn and you get to see inside the business, and that's that. I took 2 on. One of them really stuck out to me, really impressed me. I knew her from a previous job. Oh, okay. We worked together as like hostesses, so like a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. I was very impressed, and I was so thankful and grateful that she was doing this, and she was older than me, and I was like...
Oh, she was older than you?
Yeah, she was about, I think, like 4 years older than me.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was like, you know what? A lot of my interns and assistant are actually older than me because there's not really that many people that are like 20. I know. I'm like, I'm only 21, but when I was back then, it was like 20 or 19 when I was doing this.
Louise, that is crazy.
I know. I kind of like think back and I'm like, damn, how did I?
Like, I did that.
I really did that. Right.
I love that.
So I was like, you know what? You really impressed me. I want you to be in on this. I knew I couldn't pay her like a salary or something that she deserved. So to me, I thought it was fair to give her like 49% of the company. And
dang, girl.
Yeah, it was a
49%
of the company.
49%.
Jeez. I really...
That was bold of you.
Very bold of me. I had a lot of trust in this person. And you know what? A lot of... My dad actually owns businesses, and I wish I kind of learned a little bit more through him because his business partner completely stole everything, and huge mess. And I guess I didn't really take that into consideration, even when he's telling me, Amaya, don't do it. And I said, I trust her.
Did history repeat itself?
History repeat itself. So yeah, it was only 7 months or so that she was in on that company. But she decided...
You live and you learn, though.
Yeah, you know?
I know.
And, you know, I honestly couldn't be more grateful because I would have rather that happen now than in 5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When it's absolutely insane. Like, it's still right now.
That would hurt so much.
Oh, yeah. Like, it still hurt, but it was like, thank you. Like, I actually, now I get my business back. I get to spend my business money however I want to spend my damn business money.
That's how I feel.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I don't have to get permission, which I never should have had to get permission because I own the business, but I don't have to get permission. I don't have to run anything by anyone. It's now, I went into a horrible pattern of just getting really depressed actually from when she was in the company because it was very hard to do this. Like,
it's not the same.
No.
It's
especially
really
when you start something from the ground and then somebody jumps in and is like, no, I don't think you should do that. And you're like, wait, but I want to do it. Like, really bad.
Not. Like, I feel like we're also those type of girls that it's our baby, you know, like our businesses is our child. Mm-hmm. And when someone comes in and is like, you should do this with your child, you're just like, what?
Yeah, you just came in here. Stop parenting my baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and so, and I feel like we're very hands-on with everything that we do. Mm-hmm. And we're the type A of people where if it's not what we imagined it to be, it just doesn't feel right. Yeah. And when someone walks in and tries to take over or kind of take it into a different route, it just doesn't seem the same anymore. And so I that's why I'm like, I was looking from a outside perspective on like you having a co-founder and whatnot, and I just was like, I'm here for it. Like, that's very fun, and it's like,
yeah, it was
it's
so
relieving.
Much fun.
Like, it's like you can rely on someone to help you out when you need it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when you start something on your own, you have to make it your own and keep it that way because your vision is unique, and someone else may see it in a different way.
Oh, yeah. And I highly advise everybody not to get a partner. I mean, as much as I had to learn that on my own, and I do think I did need to learn that on my own because, like I said, my dad, I got to watch it.
We don't listen to other people.
No.
We're
like, let's just, you know, it's not going to happen to me.
Let's get screwed over and learn from that.
Right. Yeah. So it helped me learn. I will never again do anything like that. But I really do believe that, like you said, if you have a business, it's your passion. You don't need necessarily somebody for
You're
any
driven
need.
enough.
Yeah.
You know,
One day you will be able to hire somebody. You will be able to pay somebody what they deserve. And that's how you grow. You don't necessarily need to just jump to the next level. And that was something as well. Like, I was only 20 and I didn't necessarily want to be going and like, this is my whole life, but at the same time, I'm 21. Like, I do want to have fun times.
we forget that we're still young.
I know. It's like we are on a grind, and it is a very, very, very hard process. But it's like at the same time, like I joined becoming an entrepreneur and having my own business so I could have free time, so I could go on vacations, so I could have friends, like, you know.
Have you like felt that?
Yeah.
Are you living life, girl?
Yes. Now it's like, it's wild. Like, even my Apple Health will tell you different. Like, my sleeping with her. No, it's like my sleeping with a co-partner and like really like grind was like 2 hours a day. And I can pull up the stats. Now it's like I get the full 8 hours. I have time to read. I have time to do what I want to do. I can go on a walk.
Are you still time blocking?
Yeah. You know,
because I really want to learn from you, because I do not time block. My life is so chaotic.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Like all the shoots.
The
and
only time blocked thing is my shoot time, you know, and I feel like that's not healthy.
Yeah.
I really need to learn how to do that. And I feel like you're the best person to ask, because you were the one that introduced it to me in the first place.
Yeah. It's amazing, girl.
I think you did like a reel on it or something.
Yes.
And I was so mind boggled. I was like, you can plan out your day like that?
Oh, yeah. No, it's amazing.
Like,
being able to
plan out your eating time.
I know.
I eat like once a day.
Right. And that's why I had to do that, is because like I would just work, not eat, and be like, oh shit, it's like 8 p.m. All right, good night. Like,
night.
Yeah. It's like there was no time. So sitting down and like creating this schedule, like of a basis of my day to day, like that's what I've kind of changed. Is it was so strict. Like, it used to be like, boom, you have to be doing this, where now it's like, okay, you can go in office from this time, and then after, like mine is like after 4 p.m., like I need to clock out, because I can get a lot of stuff done between like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Like, that's a
Do you start your day typically around 8?
It's different. It varies. Shoot days will take so much out of me, because like I said, it's like 2 to 4. It's a 2-hour shoot or a 4-hour shoot. Yeah. And it can get, like, I don't know if this is how you are, but after a shoot, somebody will come up to me like, hey, I absolutely love that. And I'm like,
stop talking.
Like, I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah. I'm like, this is such gibberish right now, because my brain just went from, okay, get this shot. Okay, get this shot. Okay, you do this. Okay, now, blah, 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 you know? Mm-hmm. And so that's how I feel
after wedding days.
Oh my gosh.
Like, my friends will be like, do you want to go out to the club after? And like, I'm going to be honest with you. I just like, half the time I'll bring my sunglasses to the club and I'll just disassociate myself.
You could just like sit there and be like, oh, damn,
I'm just sipping on my Corona and I'm like, I am here, but not really.
Right. Your presence is known, but you're not really in the moment.
That's exactly like my point, is just like when you're a business owner, I feel like we are just on go mode all the time, and it's really hard for us to like make time for ourselves, and when we do, it doesn't feel right almost.
No, oh my God, yeah, I get so guilty.
Yeah.
Beyond guilty. Like, how
do you think I've been feeling this entire month? I've been live, laugh, loving a lot, okay?
As you should, though. And you know what? I have honestly kind of been too. Like, March is when that whole fiasco went down, and right after that, like, I had to shoot the next day after we notarized those papers, and I had to do it by myself. And I was like, okay, let's jump into
notarized.
This was signed and notarized. That is something. Please get your papers signed and notarized. I'm telling you, that's my new saying, Trish. I go, notarize that, babe.
Oh my God,
notarize that, because serious, it is very serious.
Crazy.
And I didn't do that at the beginning of my business. I didn't get anything like legalized, But I was like, okay, like, I've learned from that, and I'm gonna sign and notarize.
I am mind boggled right now, because I had no idea that we would be spilling this much tea.
Oh, girl, I'm open. No, you know, I mean, I I'm not the type to go on TikTok and make all these TikTok videos and like be like, oh, da 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 da. I'll just be straight up though. You know, I'll be like, yeah, you know, this happened and I've learned from it. I hope that other people can learn from it too.
It's not like you can avoid it.
No, and I don't think this is a very niche topic, like of that happening. And I feel like for business owners, especially young female business owners, like I don't really know where we would get that knowledge from. And I didn't even really know what signed and notarized even meant until like my dad, you know, and not a lot of people have a father who's an entrepreneur.
About getting papers notarized. I'm like, is that when you just go to the bank?
Go to the UPS or whatever and get that signed notarized. I need it. I'm going to get that. Like your little LED light, I'm getting that. It's notarized. That's what it's going to say.
Get notarized as a neon sign.
Literally.
I love that.
That is my motto for this year. But
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Can you put that in your bio?
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Signed and notarized. Trademark. That's my new thing.
It's better than blue check.
Blue check. Yeah, exactly. we're gonna put that on. I'll get that.
I love that so much. So speaking of like your personal life, do you feel like, so you were in a long-term relationship, like you were in a relationship for a long time and what, high school sweethearts type of deal? Yeah,
5.5 years.
So now that you are a free woman, is it weird?
You know, it is weird. It was just when I first started dating him, we were, 15?
Babies.
Very, very, very
I thought you
young.
were a baby now. You were a baby then.
Oh, yeah. Like, parents driving us to our dates, like, you know, like, picking us up. Like,
I've never had a boyfriend, so I wouldn't know what that's like.
Oh, girl.
But that is...
It was a different experience, you know, having mommy come pick you up. And
Mom, we're ready.
Yeah. And Mom, the movie's done. Yeah. It was like... It was a different experience,
That's
but
so cute though.
It was a literal
innocent.
Young love, very, very young love. And at that time, like I said, we were 15. Like I thought I was going to be like a nurse or like I was going to be something.
Yeah,
like
we actually talked about that during our shoot together.
Yeah, and he was going up to a different school like 2 hours away. So we were about to do like long distance around that time. So I got to experience a lot with him. And I think it was a very good learning experience, I would say.
No regrets.
Right. No regrets at all. Love him. Like he is a really great person, but I think I personally have changed very drastically. And especially with my business and like, I really want to focus on my business. And at the same time, I never had a dating life. He was the only guy I've ever dated. And just, you know, with me growing into my business and he's like still in college and doing his thing, that's wonderful.
2 different journeys is hard.
Very different. And so that's really what it just came down to ultimately was just, hey, like, I really need to focus on my business and I really need to do this and I can't really deal, you know, every relationship's going to have all these fights and stuff. And I just wasn't really at the capacity to be able to take that on as well as like within these few months I've gotten that co-founder gone and now I have a boyfriend gone and it's like I'm a whole brand new woman. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Literally.
I love it.
You know, it's no hard feelings to him, like I said. I just think even in the long run, like I looked at it at a long run perspective and was like, we just have very different goals from when we were 15.
You're a lot like me, like mindset wise. I feel like, obviously we hurt, we feel.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when we look at it from afar, it's like we realize, okay, this was a good learning experience, and we're going to take that and integrate it into our lives and our decision making
100%.
And all that stuff and run with it.
Yeah, I'm able to like take myself out of the situation and not really like look at it so deeply and just like take myself out, kind of look at it as like 2 people here and just be like, okay.
Because a lot of people that are in like I don't want to say immature state of mind, but I just want to say like they haven't really learned to be at where we are right now. They will take the situation, kind of victimize themselves and make it a whole thing and milk it out.
For sure.
Which I'm not saying that's like not okay or whatever. Like you feel what you need to feel, you know, we are all in different like levels of life or whatever.
Right.
But like it's a very powerful feeling
Yeah.
when you can compartmentalize.
Yeah, and you could just let go and just
let
be like,
go
you know
and
what?
kind of grow from it.
Yeah, it is what it is. You could take things from that relationship and be like, I now know what I do and don't want, and I now know how I want to act. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
definitely. Like,
it's just a big learning experience. Yeah. You just have to go through it, and that's it.
I'm a very sensitive person when it comes to dating, and so like whenever I go into things or I have situationships per se, I hold on to it for a long time. Mm-hmm. But in like the grand scheme of things, I know that like these are like learning experiences that I can take to kind of find Mr. Perfect, Mr. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like it took a long time to get there.
Yeah, I personally don't believe it's been a tradition in my family to marry like literally the first person you meet.
You're joking.
No, like my mom got engaged to my dad 3 months after they started dating when they were 18 and 21. And my boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend now, his parents at the time, same thing. They met at 16 and 17. That's all you kind of
knew then.
Yeah, it was all I knew. My cousin, my grandma, my every single person. It was just like one and done. And I'm like, wow. I'm going to break that curse. Like I want to figure out like what other people are like. Like I really can't honestly believe that somebody's going to just meet
dating
one
like
person.
So fun.
Oh my God. Girl, Trish, I am having a blast. I've
literally been wanting to talk to you about this.
Girl, I've been having so fun.
Makes me so jealous.
And I am not even sharing all of it because like one of the three is like following TikTok Amaya. And so I'm like, damn it, now I can't post with my friends. That. So I think I might unfollow him. So like he can still follow me, but like if you follow each other, they can't see it. I know.
Just block him.
I know because he was the one I made a video
all
about.
My boy toys.
Do you?
Yeah.
Block, like full block.
Full block.
It's just no explanation. On TikTok though, not like Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like unless they're like looking you up to purposely look at your content, they're not going to know.
Well, homeboy, he followed me on TikTok on my phone. Like we were hanging out one time and he's like, oh, like I was like, what's your TikTok? Like I'll follow it. And so he followed it. And then we went home separate ways. And then at 1 a.m., I guess he followed me back. And then boom, 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 all the friend videos showed up. And you know which one he was? Oh my God, he's the one. What was it? Oh my God, he's the one. He was like, he's so cute. I don't even know which one he looks like in the Instagram pictures. He's taking me on a date to a concert.
Oh, is it Jazz?
Jazzman, not him. It's Concert Boy now. Yes, I guess that will be his nickname.
Yes.
He saw that and he like FaceTimed me the next morning and was like, hey, I just like wanted to talk to you about something, but it looks like you already deleted it. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't catch myself fast enough. And so I'm like learning.
She fucked up.
I was like, damn. So learning experiences, we love it, but no, I'm having a blast. It's just like going out.
Still block. I would still.
I think I might.
Because like you just want to like live, laugh, love, and post this shit,
right? I'm just looking to have fun. Like I haven't had fun in so long. Like going out and like doing this. It's like when you're in a relationship that long too. It's like that is your whole life.
Exactly.
And it was like, okay, like honestly, I'm ready to be able to go to a club and not get my phone blown out.
Can we go to the club together?
Can we please, Trish? I would die. I need to go to the club with you.
I am
bucket list. Like serious
why
bucket list.
Why does everyone say that?
Because you are so fun. It's like you are life of the party for sure.
Like half the time, I'm telling you, I'm sober.
No way.
Yeah. Half the time. Well, not this weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to be real with you. This weekend, I was not alive.
You need to show me the ropes.
Oh,
for
it's
sure.
so fun. What type of like music do you like?
I love all kind of music, honestly.
Do you have like a favorite? Like, do you like rap or do you like house? Do you like EDM?
Honestly, well, right now I'm in like this phase. Like, I think it's because of summer.
It's a phase.
It's a definite phase where I love music that makes me feel like I'm driving down the PCH.
Oh, okay.
So like top down, like summer vibes. So like Rex Orange County is like my go-to right now.
I don't know if you're going to find that at the club, but.
No, babe. I know that. But like in life.
Generally
but
speaking.
in the club, like yeah, I would definitely go for just club music. I don't know, like everything.
Okay.
I can dance to whatever.
I know where I'm taking you then.
Okay. Not Rex Orange County vibes, but I didn't realize.
maybe we should like co-found like a club that just plays
Rex Orange County Club. Can you imagine? How are you gonna be like down in the foot? Like, no, that's not a vibe.
I can't.
It's okay.
So
maybe
funny.
a brunch or something. A brunch little club.
I love how we just like we went from talking to being businesswomen to going to the club and get ratchet.
That's how it is. That's how it. You have to have this the 80-20, like 80 maybe business and 20. I love the 20 though. 20 of going out and partying.
10-month busy season for me, it's like 80-20. I would say, but right now
it's like 90-10, partying 90-10.
Exactly. And I feel so bad for the
summer.
people that are waiting for photos back. And I'm
right.
like, I promise, like I'm working during the weekdays.
Yeah.
I promise I'm working.
Yeah, that's what it's hard too, like posting. Like I get so like scared that like one of my clients are gonna be like, damn, like she's out.
Really? She could be doing this for me.
Yeah, I'm like, babe, I was doing that for 10 hours today. I just didn't want to vlog me on my couch looking like shit, editing your stuff. Like I can't post that all the time. Like it's just like, you get it. You know where I am. I'm on the couch.
I feel like majority of my clients understand that when it's working time for me, I grind.
Yeah.
I'm like insanely productive when I need to be, and I will get shit done. But on the weekends, this is where I get the guilt. So Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't book anyone usually. Okay. During like the school year. I don't book anyone because those are my like editing days. But on the weekends, I don't work at all. So like I have this 4 days where people think I'm not doing jack shit, but I really am. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Because Mondays and Tuesdays, my parents are out of the house. They're working 10, 12 hours a day. And then on Wednesdays, my parents have a day off and they're my best friends, so I have to hang out with them because they only have one day off. Yeah. And so from their outside perspective, I feel like they see that I'm partying and having fun and being away from work more than anything. And being business owners, I feel like it's really hard for us to be comfortable with sharing our like personal lives and us living life. Yeah. Without feeling the guilt that they're going to see it and think that we just BS everything and are not getting anything done. Yeah, no, it's so difficult finding that balance and wanting to post your personal life and then feeling guilty about living a personal life. Like it's like, obviously work shouldn't consume us, but yeah, when somebody's like, oh, like today's a gallery delivery day, and then they see you posting like out at lunch, and then you're like, trust me, it's gonna get there. Yeah. But I need to eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need to have a minute. Like, I? And like, I've had like the sweetest clients DM me, and they're like, Trish, like me seeing you post on your personal account, just like having fun again and not being so overwhelmed with work, because I would express to them that like it's a lot for me, you know? And so like most of the time they're just so happy that I'm, you know, enjoying life again. That's so good. Because it makes me want to work more later. Yeah. So yeah, it gets you creative again, gets you like upbeat. Like you can't just be in your house all day in a dark room editing. Like it's just terrible. That's what I do at night. Right. Oh, I don't sleep. Really? I literally don't sleep. Like girl. I have days where I start editing at midnight and then I watch the sunrise. No, you do not. It's a really bad habit and it's killing my nervous system. I'm not going to lie, but girl, I just am so productive at night. Yeah. That's my rats are asleep. Yeah. Chanel and Louie are asleep. Yeah. And my parents aren't constantly like, Patricia, I need you to do something for me. God, when my parents are awake, it's like they always need me. Yeah. That's why I'm afraid to move out, because they always need me. You're going to like just get calls. Yeah, every single time. Yeah, no. So I'm trying to readjust my work time frame deal. So we'll see how that goes. But I really want to know, like, do you ever go into like a creative block? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like you always have to be on the go mode
Yeah.
with your clients. Like,
yeah. It's hard.
It's easy for me to just push through it because, you know, there's a solid like 30 posts that I can recycle.
Right.
But for you,
Oh, yeah.
your content is like for different kinds of clients all the time.
Oh, yeah. And it's very hard, especially because I like to do my own content as well. Like, I really, really love like posting about clothing and fashion and things like that on my personal account. I don't think it reflects that well, like that's actually what I like doing because I spend so much time creating content for other people. It's hard to create content for myself. Like, as much as I've said like probably 50 times on my story, like, oh, I'm going to like have a vlog out this week. And then I never do because it's like I have 70 videos that I have to deliver by the end of the week, or else my
eye is like twitching here.
Like literally my brain is hurting.
PTSD
literally
of my busy season.
Oh my God, yeah. And our deliverables are pretty wild. Like we have like 100 to 150 photos minimum per everyone, and then it's like 30 videos.
That's about mine too.
Yeah, 15 to 30. Sometimes we have TikTok only shoots, which are 30 fully edited videos. And taking all of that and then editing all of that and then delivering all of that. It's just like, and setting all that up and It's just like, you need a breather.
No thanks, Chief.
Right?
No thanks.
I know. It gets like pretty.
Props to you.
Thanks. I love it. I love it. But it's like sometimes, like I get in these ruts more with my personal content because I am very, like I said, creative. I can make a shoot whatever I want to make it. So that's what makes it more fun is that I get all the creative direction.
Let's get a content day together.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go take pictures.
Yes, I would die because seriously, I'm always
fun.
taking other people's pictures. It's like I'm always like, hey, what if y'all want to?
You want to snap some pics for me?
Snap a little picture of me.
I look cute today.
Right? I'm like, I dressed up for this day. Please help. But but yeah, I get in creative ruts more. I do when it comes to business, and when it is business, it's more of like the actual process of getting it all together is what kind of makes me stall a little bit because I'll be like, oh my God, it's a long, like 3-day per shoot process of scouting models, gathering props, scouting location, doing all of that, setting it all up. And then not only that, but then I get to the location.
Brands, so I kind of know exactly how that is. It's
a lot. Have you experienced a lot of like getting to the location and always getting yelled at?
Parking garages. Yes.
Is that where you get yelled at?
Yeah. You know the parking garage at Biltmore? It's like the Macy's parking garage.
Yes.
It's like the rooftop one.
Yeah.
So I was taking pictures for my friend Keaton Milburn, and this guy in like a golf cart was like, you can't be taking pictures here because it's like copyright or something from Macy's. And I was like... I'm like a photographer that's local to Arizona. I have 7,000 followers. It's not that deep.
No.
I'm not like corporate or anything. You know what I mean?
I've had people come out of the literal bushes and literally just walk out of nowhere. Out of the bushes. And they'll be like actually literally my last shoot, we were doing like this cottage theme. And
Cute.
So I'm going to drop the location so all y'all can go here and get yelled at too, I guess. But I went downtown Gilbert. And like a few streets before downtown Gilbert, there's these cottages. There's also a little like bed and breakfast, or like a brunch area, super cute cottages. I don't know if you know.
Is it like getting towards Elliott or like towards the 60?
Yeah, like you're going north, and then right, like if downtown Gilbert is like down there, it's like right before it where there's like the school and everything. Across the street there's these cottages, like these little house buildings.
Okay.
So I'm shooting there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden this girl comes out of nowhere and goes, hey ladies, like, are you doing this for money? And you know what I say every time? Oh, this is my high school project. And they're like, what high school project? And I'm like, oh, like I'm a fashion class girl. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you say when you're a high schooler? Like, oh, I'm doing this for my fashion project at high school. And she's just like, well, you can't shoot here. I own a photography studio across the street. And I was like,
across the street.
I was like, what does that have to... And I was like, okay. Like, it didn't say no photos anywhere. Like, this happens every time I do an outdoor shoot, which is why I don't want to do outdoor shoots like ever. But I know it's like we have to because it's like... you can't just get all your content in a studio.
At the Block Studios.
At Block Studio. You can't just go to Block Studio every damn time. Like, you have to change it up. And so, yeah, she told me, like, you have to ask for permission. And I'm like, who do I ask for permission? Like, it doesn't say that anywhere. And I was like, who is it?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I guess you could ask me. And I was like, can I have permission? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, who are you? Like, get out of here. Like, so I just left. I was just like,
sounds like
I was
full on narcissist.
yes,
right there.
like she just had to like come up to us, you know, and just be like, I am boss. And I'm like, girl, you're a tenant across the street. Like, please calm down. And she's like, you could come in my photo studio. I'm like, if I wanted to, I would. I don't want to. I want this cottage that's right here that is literally nobody is in here. Like,
you're like, and who are you?
Yeah, I was like, who are? Yeah, and she's just like everybody always says that, like, oh, if you're doing this for money, like you need a permit. I'm like,
I hate that.
What permit?
You know, I don't know if you've ever been to the farm at South Mountain.
I don't know.
It's this place. It's so gorgeous. It's so green, and like there's like a whole farm there. It's super adorable. It's super lush. I went there to be a spokesmodel as a high school student, like a senior spokesmodel for a photographer that's really big there. She's an exclusive photographer for that location, but I didn't know that. So one time I did a shoot when I was like in high school. It was when I first started TrishvPhoto. I did like $20 shoots, okay? So my friend and I were doing a shoot there, and I was taking pictures for her, and I didn't know it was closing time. They closed the gates on us, and we got trapped there, so we had to call the cops to get us out.
Shut up.
And the boss comes out and was like, you were actually not supposed to take pictures here. Lisa J. Carter owns this place. Like she has like exclusive rights to this location. No one, you have to like
get permission. Can this be more public? Because I'm sick and tired of running into this.
I know.
Like how can
leave me a fat sign? Leave me a fat sign.
Like serious. Like if I see a sign that says no photos, cool.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing anywhere, I'm going to take a damn photo. And
there were workers there at the time when I was shooting for my friend. And so, like, it would have been a nice knowledge to know before I got trapped in there and was traumatized.
I had to call literally 911. You're
like, hey, Popo.
Please help.
I got stuck doing a photo shoot.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, that's definitely not the
photographer struggles for sure.
I know. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Seriously.
I love that so much. Well, do you know where you want to go with like obtaining social in the next 5 years?
My goal is just to, I really want to open my own studio. So I'm
kind of like Block or like, what's the vibe here?
I love Block. So something like Block, probably like shout out, I guess, but like I won't copy you, but we do love you.
Like, we'll still come back to you.
I will always go to Block. I always am like
Van Buren or
Pierce.
Pierce.
Oh, Pierce. 100% Pierce.
I shot there for the first time like a couple months ago.
Oh my God. Isn't it amazing?
It's insane.
Yeah, so I literally want that. Like, I want my own that. And I think it would be very beneficial to my business just because I am always booking that out. And as much as it's cool to, like, pay for it, like, I would just love to have my own place where I can just be like, oh, hey, team, let's go.
You'll have constant income coming in, though.
100%.
It would just pay for itself.
100%. And then I could rent it out as well to, like, wherever I am. I really don't think that there's that many in the East Valley. It's all in Phoenix.
I want to gouge my eyes out every time I have to drive down to Phoenix.
Right? And it's terrible, like all the traffic, all this, and East Valley is booming. I really don't know that many people that live in Phoenix. Yeah, and you can't have anything in your car.
And it's a little bit. I don't want to say it's less expensive, but it probably is a little less expensive more east.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that would be the goal, is just to have a photo studio at hopefully soon, in the works of that. And then with Obtaining Social, I kind of just want to make it into a full-blown marketing agency. I want to have a social media team. I want to have a PR team, like full-blown Obtaining Social agency. And then the goal from there is I want to have like a whole empire, basically. I've already taken all the names so I can say it, but like Obtaining Apparel, Obtaining this, Obtaining that, Obtaining that. And I wasn't going to do that at first when I had a partner because it would have been a little sticky. So
you didn't trademark? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I've already got it. So can't steal those.
Dang.
But I'm like, that's why I'll announce it. But, you know, that's in the far run. Got the Instagram names, you know.
I need to trademark Trish V because there's this girl in Texas that's a photographer too.
Oh.
People would get us mixed up, like our ads on Instagram.
Is hers like literally Trish V Photo? Like
no,
something around her?
It's not V, but it's Vo. So it's Trish Vo Photography.
Wow, that's a quick slip.
Yeah, we started at the same time too.
Wow.
I'm like pretty sure.
You should go hit her up. Be like, hey girl. Hey Trish.
No. You know those Instagram girls that DM you and they're like, hey girly.
Hey girly. I just wanted to let you know. Yeah. You can hey girly her real quick. Hey girly. A lot of my clients. Yeah.
I'm like, can you change your name?
Yeah.
Or else I'll sue you.
Yeah, literally. Hey girly, here's my trademark. Hugs and kisses.
XOXO.
You should. You definitely should. From one Trish to another.
I want my name to be a brand and I don't want anyone to step on that.
That is amazing. And that is something, as Obtaining Social is already Obtaining Social, and I do want to run an obtaining empire. But if I had my name as my company when that whole stuff was going down, what were they going to do? Steal my name? Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they're like, your name is not your name, honey.
Right. Like if it was like AD agency or like Amaya Damme or something, or like Damme agent, I don't know. But like you can't necessarily steal that because that's your name. And I think that that's so smart to do. I mean,
it's better than Patricia Vo.
I mean, either way, a name is a name.
Maybe I'll change the trademark when I'm 50.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be more appropriate by then.
Yeah, you'll just like change it up with time.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited. I am so proud of you. I can't believe you're 21 and you're this successful already.
Oh, thank you.
Like you may think that you're at this little tiny spot right now, but in my outside perspective, you're doing amazing. You're doing everything right. Even though you've had hiccups in the road, that's a part of the process.
Yeah, we're always learning.
And like when you were talking about how your dad, you know, was telling you not to partner, I'm glad you didn't listen to him almost. Because
no, me too. I needed to learn that firsthand.
You needed to learn that. And so I'm very proud of you and how far you've come. And anytime you need anything, I am here for you. I want you to succeed and I want you to go to New York.
Oh, yeah, girl.
Your TikTok. Yeah,
you as well, though. I've loved seeing everything that you're doing, and I just hope that you continue. What is your new goal? What's your goal for Trish V?
Trish V. I want to, I just want to stick with my seniors. They make me the happiest people. Like, they are just the happiest people that bring me so much joy. And I don't know. Me never being able to graduate college, it makes me live through them. So I will always love taking senior photos. I would love to be able to take more out-of-state seniors or out-of-state weddings.
Yeah.
But I'm being very particular with who I select as my wedding clients now because during COVID, I was very desperate to take care of my family financially, and I took on all the weddings and all the seniors that I could possibly get. And that kind of killed me.
I could imagine.
So now I'm very intentional with who I choose and who I take in or take on. And I want to just be very intentional from now on.
Yeah.
I feel like before I was just like survival mode.
Same here. Yeah. I feel that. And we're at a blessed point to be able to be like
I'm very
picky
lucky.
And choosy.
I'm very lucky. And I think like me being able to raise my prices soon, like not soon, but eventually I want to raise my prices from weddings again. And I'll be able to see who really cares about my work and will make it work with me financially. Yeah. You know, because they care about me and who I am. So, yeah, we'll see.
Beautiful.
Maybe we'll have another episode and we'll just see.
Have a little update moment.
Yeah, just be like, so did we do what we wanted to do?
I know. Oh my God.
Get notarized.
Future us. Did we notarize?
Did we notarize?
Did we notarize these things? Yeah. Or we have LLCs coming? What are we doing? I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Well, sorry. Give the listeners your Instagrams, your personal, your business and all.
Yeah. So business is Obtaining Social. So kind of just exactly Obtaining Social. On Instagram and on TikTok. We actually have an underscore on TikTok though. So either way, Obtaining Social. I know. I don't know.
Let's go sue someone.
Literally. Notarize that. I need to notarize that right now. But Obtaining Social on Instagram and TikTok, that's where you can find my creative agency, where you can just see we're going to be posting a lot more tips and tricks soon. We just did a shoot with actually one of your dear friends. brands. So Jaden. He did our shoe, our brand shoe. So
we love Jaden.
Yes, so we'll have those pictures coming out soon and a lot of tips and tricks and be posting more on Obtaining Social. We took a break because of all that stuff. So we're about to hit the ground running again. And then personal is Amaya Damme. That's AMAYADAMME. So that's on Instagram and on TikTok. So yeah, that's where you'll find lifestyle content. I'm kind of just figuring out life, being in my 20s. So
being young,
yeah,
doing fun things.
You'll just see my content changes up all the time and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just like to do whatever I feel that month. And I'm going to Lake Powell, so content's about to be fire.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see that.
Oh yeah, I just
really
spent way too much money on it, so I'm hoping these pictures will look hot.
It do be like that sometimes. Well, thank you so much for listening and staying till the very end. You can also find me at TrishvPhoto, TrishvTalks, and Patricia Ivivo.
Easy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe I should change my personal. I don't know what it would be though.
No, I don't know. I think it's beautiful. I think
we'll keep it at it.
We love the originality.
The name that Tina gave me.
Yes.
We'll keep it, I guess.
Yes.
Shout out to Tina.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was
Absolutely.
so much fun.
Thank
Hopefully
you
we
so
can do a
much.
little update.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming in. I really had the best time with you today.
Me too.